I'm Caz Parker for MMH, the home of rock radio. And here I am again with the awesome, incredible, talented Marco Mendoza. Again, here we are again. How are you doing anyway?
I'm good. How are you, Caz? It's always a pleasure to talk to you and see you.
I know. I feel like it's just a little chat, isn't it? It's just a little chat.
Yeah.
Here we are doing another interview. It's been March was the last one when we were talking about your UK tour, which I came to see you on, which was rather marvelous.
Thank you.
And
Thank
you
you.
managed to get me on stage as well. You loon.
That was fun. That was fun. Let's
It
do it
was.
again. But next time you got to sing a song. Let's figure
No,
something you can sing.
you
Why
don't
not?
I'll run. We'll just look, I'll just do the
Okay.
selling job like I did before. I think that's my
Yes,
best.
absolutely.
That's what I'm good at. So yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So today then we're talking about in the main, there's a new single out, very, very new, and it's called New Direction. And
Yes.
I have recently watched the frankly psychedelic video that goes with it. One thing that stood out for me massively was Great Big Fluffy Duck.
Yes.
Which I feel like you stole from Bad Actress.
I did.
Yeah, I knew it.
Absolutely. The boys and I have been having such a blast. We put this together last minute. I won't get into the details, but let's just say we got a surprise from the label saying that this is the second single. We had agreed on other things, but this is the next single is coming out, and this one, and it's coming out next week.
Yeah, oh, brilliant.
so I know. So Mark and I scramble around like he does. He's massively talented, and I think I could almost say that he works better under pressure because he's been absolutely insane good. He's just obviously out of nothing, he builds these things. So we were doing the show in where were we? Edinburgh.
Yeah.
And he called Marco. You're close enough. I can come down. We can put a green screen behind, and we can shoot some video. What do you think? Yeah. So we got there just before soundcheck for Bad Actress, and that's when we did it. We did it.
Oh wow.
And I kept seeing this duck. For some reason, I was thinking, the duck. It's a duck. And I said, wait a minute. I went and grabbed. I don't know what came over me. You know, impulsive things.
Yeah.
That's how I am. And I grabbed it, and it felt really comfy, and I felt like, okay, this is cool. I did this.
Yeah.
That was it.
You know what? It's so you. It's unbelievable. It's just brilliant.
No planning, no nothing.
No, I love it.
You know,
and what's lovely, I was going to say, the song is all about peace and love, isn't it?
Yes.
And we talked
absolutely.
last time we did an interview. I asked you if you were going to be a superhero, what power you would have. And your superhero choice of power was to spread peace and love throughout the world. So I felt I watched this and I was like, you've already got your soundtrack as well. It was already written. I didn't even know that at the time.
That's awesome. What about, did we come up with a name? I can't remember.
Mr. Peacemaker, I think. Or
Mr. Peacemaker.
I think.
I like that.
I did say, though, I think there might already be a Marvel movie called Peacemaker, which I still haven't watched, but.
Yes. We got to think of something. That's something that we have some homework. We got to come up with something. I like it, Cass. I like it. I like it. Well, it's very cool.
As far as I'm concerned, more peace and love in the world is never going to be a bad thing. It's only a good thing. So I love it. It's wicked.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. So we've been, you know, it's been said and it's been sung and it's been preached and it's been everything you can imagine under the sun. Yeah. But it's always a good thing to remember and focus on because that's what's lacking sometimes. I mean, just in my travels, I come across people that are in trouble. Yeah. They're in this dark place. And it's like, you know, I understand. Try to focus on the good things. There's a lot of good things still around. So anyway, don't want to get preachy, but that's what that song was about when it was written. Unbeknownst to us that we were going through the pandemic and the war and this and all the crap that's going on, this is something that, it seems to be my walk for some reason. And I have fun doing it. So, you know.
It's definitely a representation of what you are all about, I would say. So, so we've got a new album coming out on September 16th as well.
Yay.
I've seen a picture of it. It looks very pretty. I've seen that there's coloured vinyl as well, which is an absolute must because it's all psychedelic. It's all about the brightness and the colour. So can people pre-order it? yet.
Yes, they can. Absolutely. You can go to Target, mightytargetmusic.com, marcomendoza.com.
Marvelous.
You know, all the .coms you can imagine.
Yeah.
And
So,
it's through every avenue that you can
yeah.
imagine, digital platforms, all that stuff. It's out there. And so, yeah, it's like that, you know.
Well, that's
The
what we want.
physical stuff I will have with me when I tour. So I'm
Marvelous.
definitely coming to the UK yet again. I hope you guys don't get tired of me, but I'm on a mission to spread this album, support this album. So I can't imagine, Cass. I know this sounds stupid, but I can't imagine doing European dates and everything around Eastern Bloc, the whole thing, and not
Yeah.
coming to the UK.
Well,
It just
yeah.
it doesn't you know,
Oh,
it
absolutely.
doesn't
Well,
compute.
you've got some, haven't you got some festivals already booked? You just need to fashion a little tour around it, don't you? That's all.
Exactly. And that's the situation. Exactly. So
That's
we have
definitely
yeah, we have
doable.
yeah, we're doing absolutely the big one for me is Inverness the Monster Fest with my
Yes.
friend Mark. And then we do Sound Bay you know, and that's in Wales.
Yeah.
And then we do that's one, two, and then we finish off with Winter
Winter
Storm.
Storm. Yeah,
a-
that's it.
And then that's in Scotland in Plectrums, yeah.
Loon. Yeah. So that's
Plectrums,
quite, so you've got three different places. You can wiggle your way up and down the country between those, I reckon.
exactly. And there was quite a few venues that said, new album, new singles, please come over. So, I mean, they didn't want me to come play music. They wanted me to come and cook for them because they found out that I am a good cook.
Amazing. Well, where's my invite?
I know. We'll do fajitas, we'll do burritos, we do quesadillas, tacos,
Oh,
arroz con pollo, menudo,
amazing.
pozole,
Amazing. Well, I eat fish only, if you remember. You taught me about marinated fish and I can't remember the name of it.
ceviche,
The ceviche.
ceviche.
Ceviche. Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
probably got a little bit of in Ibiza because it's all about fish here in Spain.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful. It's a beautiful dish.
Yes.
It's great for the summer.
Yes.
There's a book that I did that I participated, collaborated with David Coverdale.
Yes. I remember you
And
telling me about this. I was
it's
very
in that book.
impressed.
I
Mm,
forgot, and now I'm remembering.
yeah.
He came to us, him and his wife Cindy came to us one day and said, "Listen, I'm doing the book, and we just want some quick recipes for the road. You know,
Yeah.
I guess it did really well." And so I turned in, and that was my mom's recipe. And to
Oh,
this day, I get all the compliments in the world about that dish.
oh,
It's very
so
good. It's very,
cute.
very good.
Oh, well, that's the one I'm having then when you cook for me later in the year.
Yes, absolutely. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I believe in you. I believe this is going to happen.
It will.
I'll be there, definitely. All right. So,
Mhm.
so okay then, because I always do this, don't I? I always say to you, because I know
Mhm.
you've got other projects on the go, you've got Iconic and stuff, but what else should
Uh-oh.
we what should we be looking forward to? Are there any secrets you want to share with me? So, any exclusives for MMH for your best friend Caz?
I know. Nothing. I got really specifically asked not to get ahead of
Okay.
myself for a few reasons, but there's always let's just say there's a few doors opening up, a few opportunities to get involved into some things that would be very cool.
Okay.
If it happens, and the other thing that we don't do, Cass, is for the same reason is like we have this taboo thing. We put a jinx on it if we're you know the
Of course.
music business is so fickle and it changes and it
Yeah.
the whole thing. So I've learned after so many years not to depend on things, even, and I'll say this, even when I'm on the flight, getting on the plane to the destination where this thing's going to happen, I
Yeah.
can't tell you how many times.
Oh, I've lost you. Lost
So
your sound. Hang on. I lost your sound then. Say that again.
I said, I can't tell you how many times I got to the destination after planning and contracts signed, the whole thing, deposits, advance money, all that. And then you get there and it doesn't happen.
Oh,
So
God.
and especially right now, what we're going through, there's a lot of
Yeah.
shifting.
Yeah. It's
So let's
fragile.
just
It's as
say
fragile as it's ever been, isn't it, at the moment? So
very extremely. And so uh, pretty interesting if they happen. It'll be something that'll come out of left field. And, you know, um, during the pandemic, I did quite a few projects, and one of them was iconic. One of them was my album. I did two other albums,
yeah.
and I got some calls from. Well, I did the Journey thing
Yeah.
to mention, and then there's a few other things cooking. So we'll see what develops in the next couple of months, 2, 3 months. But I think I'm gonna go do a gig on the moon. What do you think?
You know, I'll be there. The answer is yes. I know. I thought
It'll
about that.
be
To the moon.
it'll be you and me and the moon.
Yeah. And our accordions for legs bouncing around, remember?
That's it. Accordions for legs. I
Yeah.
love that visual.
You
That's a video
see,
right there on the
isn't it?
moon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, if we can get a budget, we'll get it going.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
no, I'm mainly, to be honest, and not to sound redundant or boring or whatever. I'm extremely excited that this album's coming out.
Yeah.
After everything that you can imagine we've gone through, all against all odds and obstacles, and we finally, and this happened in late April, mid-May, when the label agreed to release it.
Right.
So it's late. It's
Yeah.
coming late, but I was like, I exhaled, if you will,
Yeah. Yeah.
because I can't even tell you everything we've gone through.
Yeah.
This album, the production of this album, is a story in itself.
Right.
Everything you can imagine. The pandemic. I mean, we started in September.
Yeah.
We got together in December, and we said, we're tired. Let's finish off February 27th of 20. We know what happened. All of a sudden, the world shut down. We finally got together. We tried 2, 3 times. Then we got together back in June of 21.
Yeah.
So the gap was against all trials and tribulations
Yeah.
and losing hope. And I mean, really, at the beginning of this year, it was like, it's never going to come out. This is not
Hmm.
going to be released. And here I am touring. It's just one of those things. So we're picking up the pieces
Yeah.
and putting the puzzle together. And I'm excited. I'm excited at the reaction from the fans for the songs, the singles, and I'm just grateful, man. That's all. And I
Yeah.
know I talk about it, but it's true. I have the attitude. I'm living the attitude of gratitude today, this minute, this moment, with you as
Nice.
well.
Ah.
Yeah. I'm excited. We'll see what happens. Again, it's
Yeah.
never. I don't think it's ever going to go back to normal, but I think we see the light at the end of the tunnel
Oh,
somewhat.
for
So,
sure. Good day.
so we'll
The
see.
attitude of gratitude. I like that. I'm stealing that one.
Yeah. Yes, please. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
I always have to steal
Yeah.
something. You've always got some
Please.
pearls of wisdom. So yeah.
It's that's my 12-step program.
Yeah.
It
Marvelous.
is. It is. Yeah.
All right.
So
Shall we do a few random questions?
yes,
We've
let's do
probably
that.
covered all the music stuff, I think, because we know the album's coming out. We'll remind people before they finish watching to go and buy it.
Mm-hmm.
So and pre-order and everything. All right. I've had to go back and try and work out which questions I've never asked you. So here we go. I don't think I've asked you what the best gig you've ever played was. I know I
Ooh,
asked you what your favorite song to play live was, but best gig you've ever played.
it's yet to happen.
Ah, always excited for the next thing.
I mean, yeah, it's hard for me to pick one because there's been
Yeah.
I don't want to sound pretentious, but I've been that guy. So lucky.
Yeah.
There's been so many. Most recently, of course, with my solo, I did a show in France, and there was 3,000 people. We were the headliners, and they knew a little bit of my music. And that was exciting. That is extremely exciting. But to the other extreme, I played with Journey, Lollapalooza. That was the first show with them. We did the Aragon Theater before. Lollapalooza was up there in the scale. I mean, just playing with Journey, period. But
Incredible.
yeah, and then we did Central Park, which I heard there was 100 million people watching the show on CNN.
That's
It
incredible.
was,
Mind
and so on.
blowing.
It is. And then we did the iHeart Festival in Las Vegas with uh, Coldplay and Billie Eilish and everybody else. And there was, I believe, that's 80,000 people in the stadium. It
Wow.
was like, so those are highlights, big,
Yeah.
huge highlights. But the White Snake shows were definitely.
Yeah.
So you see what I mean? I could start
Yeah, I
thinking,
know. It's like asking you which is your favorite of your children. I know that because they're all, yeah, you love them all. But even so, I still wanted to ask you, have you ever had
yeah,
an
yeah,
oh, sorry, I was going to say, have you ever had an embarrassing moment on stage?
yeah, absolutely.
Go on, then.
Yeah, yeah. And I believe Lenny Kravitz had this situation not too long ago. It was all over the press. But wearing the leather trousers that I love to wear, and they're
Yeah,
heavy and they're high maintenance, and they're, to
yeah,
be honest, sometimes it can be a pain in the butt
yeah.
to maintain. And so yeah, it kind of ripped off right smack in the middle, and
Nice.
there's no undies to speak of.
Brilliant.
So boom. The funny thing, the funny thing is, and it was a big show. The funny thing, there was like the first 2, 3 rows, they went like, yeah. So I was embarrassed, and I go, okay, let's wiggle around a little bit, man. Let's play with it. Let's go with it.
Oh, that's
But that
brilliant.
was embarrassing.
Yeah,
The other thing that comes to mind is with Whitesnake. I used to throw the bass up in the air, and the lighting director used to follow it with a spot, and then
yeah,
come down, and we begin in the still of the night. That kind of
yeah,
choreography. Well, the night before, the lighting director moved on to another show, whatever, and it's a new guy that came in. There was no cues, no nothing, no rehearsal. It just
ah.
came in cold. So I throw the bass up, and all of a sudden, there's no light. I'm waiting for it. Can I see it? Can I see it? And boom, smack in the head.
Ah.
And it dropped me to the floor. And here comes the gushing blood all over the place.
No.
Yeah. And my tech comes running, he grabs the bass, straps it on, and then by then David comes in the still of the night.
Yeah.
And then the blood starts pouring and pouring.
Oh
And
my
again,
God.
the first 10 rows, they're going, yeah.
Yeah. Like some sort
The,
of Alice Cooper show or something.
the paramedics, the whole thing.
Oh
It was it
wow.
was insane. And
Did
so
did the show go
many.
on? Did you manage to play the show?
It was the encore. The timing
Oh,
was
okay.
perfect.
Yeah.
Timing was perfect. Another time in Spain, because it was a huge venue and the air conditioning had broke, and I do the picks. I play around, maybe too much, whatever. I get all lit up and I forget myself. I lose myself, and so the picks were not sticking
Ah,
to the pick holder because it was
right.
so humid. So I went to my tech, to my world, my base was, says, give me a bunch. And I grabbed a bunch. Stupid me, I throw them in my mouth. I must have been 10, 20 of them. And I go to sing some backgrounds, and I swallowed a bunch.
No.
Yes.
Holy shit.
And I'm turning blue and I'm choking. I'm going, and it was also an encore. I remember because we finished and the paramedics showed up within seconds. And I'm
Oh my God.
water, 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 water. They took me to the emergency room, the whole thing.
Oh my
A lot of
God.
things. Always things like that happen. If it
Did
can go wrong, Murphy's Law.
right. So basically what happened to the Plectrums? Did they get them from you or did you have to ship them out?
No. When I had children at home, I used to come home from the road and I had to watch my mouth. We poopy.
Yeah.
We poopied them out.
Pooping them out.
Uh, they because the doctor said, listen, they're too far in. It's good
Oh,
that you drank tons of water. They took an X-ray. They're too far in. They're almost in the
yeah.
stomach. They're either going to dissolve or you could just pass them through.
Right.
And to make sure, you should look for them And I'm going, yeah, right. I'm going to look for him
Yeah,
every night or every morning. I don't think so. But
Ooh.
but but now that we open the door, there's been so many. But one of them is also you go out there and you the first chord, right? Two,
Yeah,
three, four.
yeah.
No sound. One, two, three, four.
Nothing.
That's the most embarrassing. I got chills out of all the situations because you go out there with your balls hanging, you want to freaking the power, and it's not there, especially with the bass, right? The bass is
Yeah.
the and you could just see everybody backstage running crazy,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
trying to figure out what's going on. That's
But then
embarrassing
I
too. But
think, though, from a punter
mhm,
point of view, when you're out front and you see that happen, you don't like you. I don't think it's embarrassing for the musician because it's obviously a sound issue.
yeah,
So I think it's more like we'll go, there's no sound. Is someone fixing this? So people don't go, hey, look at you. They're just going,
right,
oh my God, somebody needs to fix this fast. And then you see, like you say, see people running
true,
around. So I don't think that
true.
one's I think the pants splitting is probably the best one.
Wait a minute, Marco. We heard that you were well endowed. What happened there? No.
It was cold. It's not my
And then
fault.
anyway, yeah, those are
Uh,
moments, and they happen. They're so frequent. There's so many of them
yeah,
that it's a trip. You know.
it's all right. Look, I'm prone to falling over inappropriately or running into. Latest thing I did was ran into a bifold door, like a patio door that was closed.
Boom.
Yeah, I
Didn't
was
see it. Yeah, yeah.
excited. I was excited, and I was, running to dance to a song, and I smashed my hand up.
Oh, did you hurt yourself? Are you okay?
Do you know what was more hurt? My pride.
Yes. Yeah.
But
It's so funny, Kaz. I mean, at
I
the end of
know.
the day, we're all human beings. Nobody's
Yeah,
perfect. I laugh
absolutely.
at myself. I really, and I think you have that sense of humor, and I think that's very healthy to do that.
Yeah, because the
It's
thing is, only three people saw, and I told everybody. So I didn't need to tell everybody, but I'm
yeah,
telling you now, and people are going to watch
yeah,
this and they're going to know. So, oh, well, quite happy to laugh at myself. But there you
yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah.
All right, then.
Absolutely.
I'm going to skip to another question because we need to
Hmm.
keep you moving. I've got a great
Yes.
question for you now. This is a random one, though.
Okay.
Because you always call everybody cats, as in like cool cats. So I wanted to know if you could be any animal, what would you be?
Oh, wow. That is
Or
a good
I'm going to
one.
rephrase this actually because I think this might be a better question. If you could be part animal, like a mermaid, which
Oh,
part of an animal would you choose?
oh my gosh.
So yeah,
Wow.
I know
Well,
how random's that, but I thought of some when I
I
was
think, yeah, you thought about that when
yeah, I
you,
thought
yes.
about it. I thought about some
And
really random things like that you could have, but I want to
I
know what you
love that.
think.
What was your, did
Well,
you find one for
I
yourself?
hadn't settled on one, but I've got a few which I thought about. I thought an elephant's trunk might be funny. If
Yes.
you could steal people's food, you could just stick that into
Get there and go.
food. Yeah, that'd be
Very
great. Hang
good.
on.
Very good.
My computer's telling me off. Hang on a minute. There we go. So there's that. I thought about bat wings. Thought they might be quite cool because I was thinking about bird wings, and then I thought bat wings could be cooler, bit more
You
vampire.
just to be able to
Um,
to
I wondered
fly.
if I
Right?
had like bunny ears. I thought they might be cute. And
Yeah.
then I thought, what if I had 100 legs like a caterpillar? I could get everywhere really quickly.
Wow.
And then the other one, of course, is if you wanted to be well endowed, you could have the dick of a donkey. So, not for me, obviously, but maybe.
No, no. Yeah, 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 yeah.
But anyway,
It's
that's
it's what the first one, and I'm trying to be honest. You have a lot of choices. That's very good.
I was just
Um,
making stuff up.
it's awesome. The first one that came to mind, and this is because I really believe dogs these days have it made. Dogs
Oh,
and cats have the
yeah.
best life on the planet.
Yeah.
And we have our little dog at home, and he's got the best life, man. And anybody that I know that's a dog lover,
Yeah.
they have the best lives. So maybe the top half of a dog would be cool, or a cat.
That'd be so cute. Or maybe the waggy tail.
the waggy tail. We'll include the
Oh.
tail just to let people know when I'm happy.
Yeah, you'd be
Which
wagging
is
your tail all the time. You'd never not be wagging it.
95% of the time I'm happy. But
Yeah,
like Speedy Gonzalez,
yeah,
like a Chihuahua.
yeah. Oh, I think that's the one, definitely. I love
That's
that.
the first thing that came, the first thing that came. As far as cuteness, panda bears, they're so cute, right?
Yeah, they are super
Little
cute. They're the
bears.
most cute roly-poly things I've ever. When you watch the little baby ones playing, they're just
Oh my
roly-poly
God.
like teddy bears. They're the sweetest
Yes.
things.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes. So stuff like that.
yeah, I
And
like
there's a
that.
few bears. I like the wings though. I
Yeah,
like to be able to fly.
I would like to be able to fly. I think that would be epically cool. It would save an awful lot of money as well. You get to
Abs-
places so much quicker, and don't know. I think it'd be a pretty good view as well from up there.
yes,
Going
absolutely.
around, yeah,
Fascinated. I'm fascinated with flight. Absolutely. Those are
definitely.
good questions. You always come up with some good
I
ones.
know I was coming with some really random things, don't I?
It's cool.
Do you want to go for one would you rather and then we'll wrap up? Because I like a would you
Yes.
rather. Would you rather? All right, because I did my best one already. We've done the accordions one. Would you
Oh
rather?
yeah.
Okay, we'll go for a very silly one. Would you rather have ball bags for eyelids or a willy for a nose? It's different to the other one with the willy arms and the vagina bits.
Willie for nose.
Oh,
Absolutely.
all right.
Yes.
Look
Yeah.
out for
Why
you
not?
sneezing then. That'll be interesting. Or if you tell a lie.
I know exactly. Ta-da.
Right then, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wrap it up
What's that?
because
Okay.
I don't want us to run out of time. So
Okay.
I have asked you loads of my lovely closing questions where you get to
Mhm.
impart some wisdom. So here's a new one. If you could ask one thing of your fans, what would it be?
Oh gosh, to support live music now more than ever, make an effort to support the venues and support the industry. We are the ones that got hit the hardest,
Oh,
period. People
yes.
don't realize how bad we got hit.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about the musicians, I'm talking about the people behind the scenes as well, the crews, the front of the house guys. It's just across the board. It's very crucial, very important right now to support live music locally, nationally, globally. Support festivals, go show up, buy the tickets, because that's the bloodline that'll keep. And the
Oh,
reality is, if you don't support, I've had the best times playing all the venues, the little ones, the medium ones, the big ones.
yeah.
The little ones are endangered right
Yeah.
now. A
Yeah.
lot of them have disappeared. So please take a minute to appreciate how important it is and make an effort.
Yeah.
We're in the middle,
Don't miss
we're in the middle of trying to figure out how to help on the financial side to make it more feasible and more comfortable for people to come to the shows. And I think we're going to come up with some winners. So that's a bit of a surprise, but that's so important, Cass.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't imagine a world without the venues that we've been playing with at for years. And a lot of them have not made it. So that's the one thing I would say right now, the first thing that came to mind.
I absolutely agree with you. I mean, the thing is, we all, well, most people across the board, music is an enormous benefit in your life. It makes you happy, it makes you sad, it makes you feel emotions, and
Yeah,
it brings so much. Like there isn't a way that we could exist without music, I don't think. So you're quite
right.
right. I mean, there's no point sitting at home watching the telly or moaning that you've got a boring life when you could be out doing something, enjoying yourself, supporting
Yeah.
live music. I mean, it's crucial. It's unbelievably crucial. So yeah. Oh,
Very
well, there we go.
important for very important for the up and coming kids that are coming up. And there's
Yeah.
some great talent out there that without their support, they won't go anywhere. And so we try to do what we can.
Exactly, quite right. No, it's a very, very good one. So thank you so much, Marco. As always, it's been an
My
absolute pleasure. I
pleasure.
love chatting
Thank
to you
you.
anyway. So
Same
yeah,
here.
I have been Caz Parker for MMH, the home of rock radio, with the legend that is Marco Mendoza. Yet again, I love a good interview with you. MMH loves you as well. So my
Thank you.
final thing that I'm going to say before I sign off is go and pre-order the album. And when you see the shows advertised, book your damn ticket and go to the shows, because they're epic, you know. And they are small, intimate shows where you connect with the audience incredibly well. There's nothing not to love about it. So before we sign off, we have to say one more thing yet again: to the moon.
To the moon.
To the moon.
To the moon, my darling.